brings me no joy to do this, but we have no choice.
This morning, New Jersey's governor is pressing pause on reopening indoor dining over what he calls knuckleheaded behavior, like overcrowding, disregard for social distancing, and not wearing masks.
We will not tolerate outlier bars and restaurants and, frankly, patrons who think the rules don't apply to them. They are the ones who ruin it for everyone else. Compliance is not a polite suggestion. It is required. Selflessness, not selfishness.
New Jersey joining the growing list of states in a holding pattern as COVID cases spike, though it has flattened its own curve.
We have lived through hell in the state to get to where we are.
New Jersey has the third highest number of COVID cases in the U.S., over 176,000, and roughly 15,000 deaths over the course of the pandemic.
We're trying to do what we can and stay as positive as we can.
2 weeks ago, I spoke live to small business owners along the Jersey Shore and Governor Murphy to mark phase 2 of reopening, which allowed restaurants to serve customers outside. When you have this new reality of coronavirus, how has that changed how you operate in the business that you're running?
It's changed a lot. So you have the economic impact, which is serious. It's there. It's something that's not going to go away.
Governor Murphy saying at the time, we saw those crowded scenes in New York. If it comes to that in this state, are you willing to go backwards there? Would you close it up again?
You have to leave that on the table as a consideration. I hope to God we don't have to.
But here we are, and joining us now, New Jersey's Governor Phil Murphy. Governor, good morning. It's good to see you.
Good to be here, Savannah. Thanks for having me.
And unfortunately, we start right there. I mean, that scenario that you wished would not happen has happened. For folks who are sitting there and going, wait a minute, our numbers came down. The worst is behind us. Can you explain why you have to take this measure to pause your reopening and not allow the indoor dining that you had planned to?
Yeah, our numbers have come way down, probably as much as any American state, but we've paid a huge price, as you mentioned. 15,000 fatalities. We've gone through hell. The last thing we want to do is go through hell again. So rate of transmission is a lot better. Positivity rates are a lot better. But this virus indoors is a whole different beast than it is outdoors. And when you look at Florida, Arizona, Texas, other places in the country, we just can't go through that. Outdoor dining, by the way, is going really well. For the most part, folks are behaving outside. We want to give ourselves a couple more weeks here to make sure that we can drive this thing closer to the ground.
I wanted to ask you what you saw exactly. Was it something anecdotal? You mentioned knuckleheaded behavior. I haven't heard knuckleheaded in many decades, so thank you for that. But also, is it about looking at the other states and seeing what happened there and saying, oh, I don't want that preview of coming attraction come into my state?
Yeah, I mean, it's a combination of things. It is some non-compliant behavior, although overwhelmingly New Jerseyans have been fabulous. It is looking at other states where we know the spikes are coming from indoors, restaurants or bars. It's the weight of having come through for all of us, not just me. All 9 million of us have paid an enormous price in New Jersey. We've cracked the back of this virus unlike any other state. We can't fathom going through that again. And again, we know that indoors, this thing is a lot more lethal than it is outdoors.
Let's talk about the impact, though. And I don't have to tell you, I think it's 350,000 folks in New Jersey who work in the food service industry. As I understand it, it was supposed to be this week a reopening of indoor dining, but only at 25% capacity. And I'm sure there are some who are saying, look, we get it, but we're dying here. Our businesses are collapsing. Why can't we just do the 25% capacity?
Listen, Savannah, we will get there. We just feel that it is too early to go this Thursday. We will absolutely get there, God willing, sooner than later. We completely understand the pain. I've got nothing but complete sympathy for that. But I also have to remind folks, public health creates economic health and not the other way around. We cannot afford transposing those steps or jumping the gun. My fear, our fear, is that it could reignite a public health crisis. That's the last thing we can afford.
When you think about indoor dining being a bridge too far, you got to start thinking about schools. How are schools going to reopen? What's your latest thinking about that?
So we put out with the Department of Education and our Department of Health a very comprehensive plan last week in terms of guidance. We're still, listen, that's 2 months from now. That's a lifetime. I fathom 2 months ago what we'd be thinking here on June 30th. Likewise, 2 months hence from now, we're confident we can get back to school, but it will be a new normal. It'll be social distancing. It'll be some amount of staggering, some amount of virtual face coverings. It won't be like the old days, but it will be back to school, God willing.
A lot of folks talk about the fear of a second wave, but of course, it seems the first wave isn't over, not if you look around the country. Do you fear that the virus, one way or another, is going to come back in a more significant way in the Northeast? I mean, it's the South and the West that are under the gun right now, but do you basically assume that it's coming back?
We are assuming. I mean, we're hoping for the best and preparing for the worst. So I've said many times, even if we bat 1,000, my base case is this comes back. But a point of optimism that folks have to remember, we have in place in New Jersey and many states in the country a testing capacity which is light years different than it was 3 months ago, a contact tracing core, a plan to isolate. So it's not a question of if it will come back, but when it comes back, can you spot it? Can you surround it? Can you drive it, isolate it, and drive it back into the ground? I do have a much higher degree of confidence on all of that.
New Jersey's Governor Phil Murphy, thank you for your time this morning, sir. I appreciate it.